Hi Sagittarius, my name is Audrey Alison. Thank you for joining me for your June 2017 forecast. I am happy to be here. I'm using the Cosmic Tarot by Norbert Loesch. I'll be shuffling throughout the Astro forecast. I want to let you know I'm now on Vimeo for those of you who want a very thorough channeled medium message. I focus strictly on the tarot and any messages I receive on Vimeo. If you want to check me out there, I'm Audrey Alison. Let's start the forecast. On the 4th of June, we have Mars entering Cancer. And this month is all about Cancer and Cancer's energy. So your 8th house of sex, intimacy, and shared resources, other people's money, all impacted this month. When Mars enters this sector, this is a very sexual placement, very feisty, energetic, passionate, intimate transit for Mars. And it says that Sagittarius is very active and has a lot of stamina and energy and passion for some intimacy. And this is a 60-day energy, so take advantage of that. I think that that is healthy. But also Mars in the 8th house could, if there's something on hold for Sag that's pending, legal stuff or property or an inheritance that's waiting on something. Anything waiting in the 8th house is pushing forward now that Mars is there. So if you're waiting on that settlement or the end of the tidying up or the tying up of loose ends in other people's money, if that applies, that's Mars is here to push things forward and quickly because he is rapid. He's a quick planet. All of that trines Neptune in Pisces. So between the 4th house of home and the 8th house of intimacy, Sagittarius is experiencing some harmony in between those two sectors. On the 6th, we have Venus entering the sign she governs first, Taurus. And we also have Mercury entering the sign he governs first, Gemini. Yay! So on the 6th, we've got the 6th house that's lit up with Venus there for you, Sag. And this is about finding a balance for your health and a balance at your job, your work and your daily routine. But I think that Venus here is wanting you to beautify your regimen, to balance out what you're doing for the body as far as physical activity and any health practices that you're implementing. Venus sees a very smooth aesthetic to all of this. And Mercury in the communication sign of Gemini, communication planet in the communication sign, says a lot for your relationships. You wanting to talk to the soulmate, the spouse, the significant other. Lots of details, analysis of your marriage is happening with Mercury there. Not necessarily negative, but very detailed with that placement, that transit. And Mercury is here until the 23rd, from the 6th until the 23rd in that 7th house. So analysis of that partnership is occurring. On the 9th, we have our full moon, and it's your full moon. So it's in your 1st house at 18 degrees of Sagittarius, bringing total awareness and culmination in this sector. And that is a day of psychic insight for Sagittarius, about 2.5 days before, 2.5 days after that new moon, or full moon. You could see an expansion of the awareness, psychic ability. Watch your dreams around a full moon that's in your sign. The same day on the 9th, Jupiter goes direct, your ruling planet. So now he's officially direct at 13 degrees of Libra through the 10th of October. And in the 9th house, travel. This is the 9th house that you naturally govern. Your ruling planet is in the sector that Sagittarius naturally feels comfortable in. And it's about adventure, travel, exploration, metaphysical realms, philosophies, religions, belief systems, long distance travel, foreign locations. Beautiful. I think a ton of Sagittarians will be exploring from June 9th until October 10th. Also, expanding your belief systems. Some of you are some of your theories are outdated and they're going over a U-Haul? What am I thinking? A revamping an overhaul. You know, they're being expanded, elevated, and raising you up a little bit in your beliefs and what you believe in, both politically and religiously and philosophically. All of the things in the ninth house. I like that. Now on the 20th, we have our sun entering Cancer, and that will be conjunct Mars. So this is where the 8th house of intimacy is really starting to get lit up, and our summer solstice is here a little earlier at 11:24 p.m. on June 20th. And I know it's a little early because I am the only day you can be a summer Gemini, and that's June 21. I was born. So seeing that the sun is in Cancer this year, I'm not a Cancer, but I've got a lot of Cancerian energy. So it's a little early this solstice. It's okay. We could deal with it. It's the longest day of the year. And on the 21st, Mercury makes a change again out of the sign of Gemini and into Cancer. So Mercury conjunct Mars, conjunct the sun in the 8th house. Lovely. The new moon is also on the 23rd. And the new moon is also in Cancer on the 23rd of June, 2 degrees of Cancer. The sun, the moon, Mercury, and Mars in this 8th house for you. This is a very heightened physical activity time for Sagittarius. If you're concerned about where to set your intentions this new moon, I would focus on your intimacies, your shared resources, other people's money, your mysterious self, the 8th house of all things investigative. I feel a very strong sexual vibe for Sagittarius because with Mars there, I feel like you just really need to physically express yourself. And there's something in that with Mercury there to be communicating. A lot of maybe dirty talk is happening with Mars conjunct Mercury in the 8th. It could happen. Worse things have happened. But the new moon is where you want to set your intentions. And if you're interested in new moon intentions, I have a promo for these bracelets from Melis Accessories. They're new moon intention bracelets. They are 10% off if you use the promo code GEMMY in honor of our Gemini new moon for May and Mother's Day. I thought I would link up with her, and these accessories are also henna tattoos. They're temporary, and I'm adorned in them. This one is for love and abundance. They last 5 days. They're all natural. Just open the links because there's a lot of offers that I'm in touch with this month. In addition to Vimeo, it's my tarot course as well. So expand the Show More section and see if you're interested in purchasing the new moon bracelets. They come with a ritual for the new moon. Here are your cards, Sag. I have them shuffled and laid out. First card, 9 of Swords. Okay, so some of you have some people or conversation or verbiage coming at you. You've had to maybe deflect some negative energy being thrown your way. You could also be only inflicting this to yourself mentally because the swords rule the mind and your thought patterns. So maybe you are feeling this stress within yourself. See how he's holding his own head? Oh, ow, one of them is in his leg. Let's see what else comes up around that. Wow, okay, so some of you, Sages, have divorced and had some separation occur. And maybe this is the time now that you are repairing. With all of this 8th house intimacy and connection, for some of you, you've had a split and it was harsh. Let's see what else comes up. The Magician. Wow, this is a cool card. You have all the tools you need to move forward. The Magician has the infinity symbol on his head and he's fulfilled. And this is your full moon. There could be some completion here. Maybe you are completing this relationship. You have positive energy for relationships, but if you were already, in something, it doesn't just go away because, you've got Mars and the Sun in your relationship sector. I think you have to tend to this relationship. There's a few more cards. 3 of Coins. Some of you are working really hard and you feel like, the 6th house of work, Venus is there, but you could feel like you're still the apprentice. Oh, thank you. Okay, so even if you feel like you're not the 8 of Coins yet, which is the skilled master craftsman, you're the apprentice in your mind still, but you already have all the tools you need. See that little coin here? And the coins here that are representing even the creative artist. You have everything you need. You don't need to be the skilled master that you think you need to be. You already have enough under your belt to move forward in something in regards to work, or something that makes you feel like you've accomplished something in your earnings or your self-worth. You also have the Princess of Fire, of Wands, and she could be bringing in a quick message, but this is also about action and getting a move on, expression, dance, moving the body. Oh, Mars in the 8th. Yeah, this is pretty phallic, this card. Is kind of sexual in itself. So Mars in the 8th, this is a card of movement and wanting to be physically expressive. Fire governs that. So get physical, Sag, like Olivia Newton-John. And wear your headband like Olivia Newton-John. Oh my God. That whole song and video is coming to me. I'm totally showing my age right now because that song came out in, I think, 81, 82. But she's totally getting physical with that headband. Let's see what else. Wow, 9 of Cups. They're looking pretty physical too. This is goal fulfillment though, wish fulfillment. There's 2 wish cards in the tarot, the Star and the 9 of Cups. You have this as an outcome card. So you know what, Sag? I'm not worried about you. I think we all have to go through a little of this before we can get to this. So allow the process here. Some of you might be dealing with a younger fire sign female in your life. Some of you, this just represents you because it's Sagittarian, Aries, Leo, Sag. So don't worry about thinking you don't have enough is also a message. You're going to get everything that you need, but first things first. Everything has to come in its order, in the right order, in that order. So to start with this kind of, oh, thank you. Okay, I'm hearing so much. To start with the 9 of Swords, and look, you end with the 9 of Cups, the card of intimacy too. Connection, emotional, 8th house, intimacy. You're starting with 9 hectic swords, but you're ending with 9 full cups. So if it's starting crazy, it's not going to end that way. Thankfully. All right. I appreciate your viewing this, Sag. And if you want to take the time to click the link below for the show more button and see all the stuff I have going on, don't forget to check your Vimeo forecasts, your medium messages, as well as the promotion. And if you're interested in my tarot course, it's open all the time. I have 28 students in there. It's fun. So check that out. I'm wishing you a sweet June. Remember, the sky is limitless, so reach for the stars. Hi everyone. I wanted to take a minute to discuss the HENERGIE temporary tattoos and the new moon intention bracelets. I am running a promo from the 4th of May through the 31st, and these are the HENERGIE tattoos that Melis Accessories makes, and you can get them for abundance, renewal, love, romance, and balance. So the ones I'm wearing are for love and romance. I did them myself. That's how effortless they are. They're $30 with 10% off. They last for 3 to 5 days, depending on how well you take care of them. And it's really spectacular. I'm excited about this because the new moon intention bracelets also come with a ritual that you can perform on any new moon. And they range between $42 and $69, I believe. No, $42 and $79. And here is a picture of the bracelets. I'm actually getting some myself, but they are beautiful. They absorb the energy of the light of the moon, and they come with instructions for you. So I thought this is perfect combination for Melis and I to link up. And you know, Mother's Day is coming up, so these are great gifts for people to adorn themselves with the tats without having the real tattoos, because I have those too. Those don't go away. So I thought this would be a really fun thing to get involved in. And for 10% off, you can't beat that. So if you use the code GEMMY in the link that's provided at the bottom of the Show More section, just below the video, whether you're watching these in Vimeo or YouTube, they have the link below. So check that out and use the code to get your discount. And I appreciate your support. Have a beautiful day.